All right, it's time for perhaps the longest team battle I will ever commentate. Diamond Cho Gath. Wish he win. Yes, I actually kind of first picked him because I actually wanted to play him. He doesn't necessarily fit the team comp or against the team we're fighting, so it's going to be awkward because they have, a lot of stuff to jump around with. And frankly put, I sucked so much with my ruptures. So here's probably the worst level 1 invade ever. Blitzcrank grabs the Kazakhs, and our position's been compromised, and I feel like we should probably just bail. I don't want to level my Q because once I do that, your jungling capacity actually plummets if you don't get any help. And when you invade, you usually get no help at all. Sivir's pathing is abysmal, and she ends up going back into the enemy team's hands and getting killed. So yeah. But here you go. I'm not going to get any leash of any sort here. So I thankfully did not level my Q and can actually kill the goddamn monsters. Either way, as far as runes and masteries go, I believe because of this account's crappy runes, there's attack damage red, attack damage quince, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, I believe. And my masteries are 921. 9 obviously in the ability powers, which is why I have a bit of it. Anyhow, if there's one thing Cho Gath excels at is sustain. He is one of the more sustained champions in the game, aside from the fact that I kind of took a huge ass beating in the jungle camp because of the wasted potions and the little crap at the start. Also, there's a jungle puppy in this game who took ignite and smite. This is a diamond game. I need to remind you about this. So she's not exactly good in the jungle or good period. I mean, she's very strong late game, but holy fuck. But the fact that this game is taking 20 minutes, and in the little in-game spectator timer, you can see that the game is going to last quite a fucking while. With that said, she still has no flash, so she's going to be a very special person in this one. She's what some people call the battle smurf. Because, Anyways, my Gragas right now is being pretty much a badass. He's destroying the enemy Kazakhs. He's getting himself fed. And he just killed a Poppy who tried to fight him 1v1, and she had almost no health. And she had no mana either, she only had enough for a tackle, so I question her intelligence there. Nonetheless, Cho Gath, as a pick, is a very strong counter pick to certain champions. If you see the enemy team have Katarina, pick a Cho Gath. If you see them have some kind of combo caster that a silence will destroy, pick a Cho Gath. Cho Gath's silence is perhaps one of the best silences in the game. It's reliable, despite being short range. It's AoE, and it lasts quite a while. It also deals okay amount of damage. So, I needn't say it. Cho Gath is a very CC heavy champion, and the CC is very useful. You can't mitigate his Q. His W is a silence, and he even has a slow attached to it. He's generally just kind of good all around, but the problem with his kit is, of course, that he has no real initiation. His damage dealing capabilities are awkward, and he's got those kinds of weaknesses. That's why it's important to have somebody else in your team that can initiate, at least in some way, which is why I picked Cho Gath. I mean, we have a Jax who can, in some way, initiate for when he follows up a Gragas ultimate, or a Blitzcrank pull. A Blitzcrank pull and a Gragas pull will sometimes be able to force the opponents to engage on us. I mean, if we grab their Kazakhs or we grab their Ezreal, the enemy team will have to jump on us. We'll probably kill whoever we grabbed. Surprisingly, despite the fact that my bottom lane died in the very beginning twice, one by being killed in a level 1 invasion, and by just straight out trading in a 2v2, they're doing well so far. So so far when I was playing this game, I was thinking, this is a very equal game. Like, both teams seem to be doing things appropriately, aside from having a Poppy in this game period. We're equal in gold. We're pretty equal in gold, but my team seems to be better at farming all around. You'll notice it later on when you see my Sivir to their Ezreal. With that in mind, one of Cho Gath's best qualities, too, is the fact that his health, he has a massive health steroid with his ultimate. Essentially free tanking stats, free gold right there. Not necessarily reliable though, because if you die, it goes away, and now you have to spend about like almost 3 minutes just getting back your health. So it's one of those situations where it's like it's it's good if you it's really strong if you have it, but you're very weak when you don't. Nonetheless, here's a very awkward gank versus the Rengar. I mean, I wore the bush over here just in case he wanted to try to do something, tricky to it. And we just kind of jump back and forth. It's like he's just trying to die as slow as possible. He's going to die one way or another, but, he ends up taking Jax with him. But, it was well played by the Rengar. Nonetheless, as Cho Gath, you pick he's a very glorious counter pick, as I already mentioned. And he's a very, very great pick versus teams like this. The enemy team, aside from like Poppy, I guess, in a little way, they have almost no magic damage. Some of Cho'Gath's best items are armor based, like a Frozen Heart and Randuin's Omen and that kind of stuff. So for me, building against this team is going to be beyond easy. Plus, melee champions just tend to lose to Cho Gath because you jump on my characters, you'll make landing Rupture actually easy, and the silence as well. Like, get close to Cho Gath and he'll disable you. That, by the way, I know I haven't been commentating on this video, but damn, I have 20 minutes to fill. So I went on a little tangent about what's going on. The game is not too exciting early on. The team fighting, which will happen very soon once we all start gathering, is going to get insane. In this case, Gragas initiated on Thresh. He kind of neglected to realize that the entire enemy team wants him dead. So here we trap Rengar and everybody else. I hit him with a Q. Rengar kills the Blitzcrank, and he's not gonna get away. He's going to go down. We get shutdown gold on for the Sivir. Then we chase down Thresh, and he gets murdered too. Fight breaks out. Jax almost dies, but Sivir comes in, to help me fight off the Ezreal, and then I eat his Aryan brains. So there goes Ezreal. He's down. He's dead. Now, it's still 14-14. The goal difference is a mere 800. And we're going to get a bigger one right now because we're going to get a tower. But it's still... Well, actually, no, we don't get a tower. Someone's going to go and smack it a little. Gragas and Blitzcrank go in, and they get a kill, but they die as well. I'm surprised the Poppy's dying so often. She's not exactly useful right now, but, come late game, Poppy's Poppy. She does Poppy things. We find ourselves like Kha'Zix. He just jukes us with his stealth. And there's nothing... we can't really do anything of that. Cho Gath in Season 3 and Season 2, you would have purchased yourself an Oracles and, walked around and roamed around and gained control of the map. And anybody who tried to fight you, you just kind of yell at their faces and then walk away. Oh, here's fun. The white ends up killing Kha'Zix. Anyways. Well, yeah, you'd walk around getting control of, the map. Cho Gath's an interesting character. He's very versatile in what he does, and his ability to do everything is kind of above average, but it's nothing too exceptional. He's too specialized when for picks. He's perhaps one of the most well-rounded junglers in the game. He's very sustained. He's got a lot of crowd control. He's very gold efficient. You can throw all these things about him there, especially when it comes to how awesome his starting builds are. But he had some nerfs a while back that actually made his jungling less attractive or in a general usage. So now he's more of a specialized champion. I mean, you pick him when you need to counter a really devious mid lane or top laner or whatever. Or the enemy team is all physical. In my case, it just felt like playing him because I hadn't played him in quite a while. And I was like, I should play Cho Gath. Nonetheless, the game is starting to finally heat up. The gold is still the gold advantage has been driven to our side, and we're getting a few towers, but we're gonna start doing some of those throwing things here. Fight breaks out. We stuck a little while too long. I miss my abilities. We narrowly kill people, but the only one we managed to take down is Ezreal. Well, the rest of my team starts faltering and getting chased off. I flash over the wall, save myself, and I stop Poppy from murdering Sivir in cold blood. And then Blitzcrank comes back from the dead or wherever the hell he was, and so we turn around and fight. But this is the problem. My teammates chase too far while the Rengar is finally full, healthy, and the enemy Ezreal has respawned. So Blitzcrank is gonna die, kind of a lonesome death, and Gragas is pretty much trapped between everybody. In the meantime, while they're being distracted, I go off and fetch us a dragon to increase their gold. Here, Gragas, tries a very valiant thing. He kills Thresh, but he's probably going to be killed right after. Jax goes in to be a hero, and I close in to try to help him, but he dies too. So as you can see, we kind of died pointlessly. I guess the dragon makes it worth it, maybe. But yeah, it was kind of bad deaths. So here I am, Cho Gath, go buy my Frozen Heart and Randuin's Omen. Now the enemy team probably can't do jack crap to me. Sivir gets caught and she gets killed. Blitzcrank gets hit by Thresh and gets caught and killed. Then I think, here's my bad right now. So I get caught by the Thresh. Come on. I get a little too close. Thresh throws his thing, grabs me. Then they jump me, and I'm surprised at how quickly I explode. And fuck, that sets us back a lot, because now... Well, Gragas gets caught too, and he's gonna get, slaughtered promptly. The enemy team closes the gold gap between us, and now I am gonna be forced to eat monsters again in order to get back my health. Baron is soon to respawn, so you can bet your ass it's gonna be contested. So the enemy team is bringing back the game to an even median. Well, here's the sad thing. Blitzcrank and Sivir are in a really bad spot. Blitzcrank gets murdered and Sivir tries to kill Kha'Zix, but it doesn't matter. She gets jumped by Poppy and Rengar and gets eviscerated almost immediately. So the enemy team is only behind us 3,000 gold. Their champions are very strong late game, and our team fighting is weird as hell. If we don't get a good initiation, we will die. Baron is soon up. The enemy team definitely has the positional advantage right now. And the fact is, right, Jax just gets himself caught and gets obliterated. Then Gragas gets caught, and he too almost will die. Fortunately for us, we kill Poppy, Gragas narrowly escapes, and we turn the fight around. So, however, there's really not much else here to gain. I narrowly escape. Rengar goes right after Gragas. Sivir barely survives after she kills Thresh. Gragas sacrifices his... No, he didn't sacrifice life. He tried to get a cheesy kill. Well, he didn't get a cheesy kill on Rengar. Then he died too. So Neo trading a bunch of kills right there. And right now, we go off to get Baron. And then we realize, wait, they're not even trying to. We try to get it, and we don't know if the enemy team has vision of us. But then comes an Ezreal ultimate that shows us that either they had vision of us, or they were and they wanted to damage us, or they did it and they wanted to check who we were doing Baron. Fortunately for us, our Sivir is huge. She can slaughter the enemy team as long as we protect her, and that's what my team is pretty much good for. Poppy goes in, slams Blitzcrank's face in. He misses his Q, of course. I go in, I miss my Q too, and that kind of sucks. Poppy uses her ultimate on me for some reason. I mean, I have CC and she can't do anything. And here's a big mistake on the enemy team. Rengar, for whatever reason, is focusing me, and it's taking him quite a while to even do a damn thing to me. Blitzcrank comes in, pulls him, he gets CC locked, and pretty much utterly obliterated. So they lose one of their hardest hitters, quite embarrassingly. He shouldn't have focused me. He wasn't going to accomplish anything. He got killed, and because of that, we were able to turn around. Sivir goes on a warpath to murder Poppy and chases her down. In the meanwhile, Blitzcrank gets killed mid during a small skirmish, but Jax is able to kill Thresh. He gets murdered, and I'm running for my life. Fortunately, Sivir is on the brink of joining me, so I bait him into this bush. Sivir comes out, and Kha'Zix is silenced and destroyed. I back off a little bit and use my rupture to trap Ezreal, and Sivir just fucking cuts him to pieces. With that, we try to do Baron. Rengar jumps me for some reason, or Gragas, and dies as well, and Poppy will too soon follow. She tries to kill me, Gragas explodes her, and with that, we're able to secure us a Baron. I stay away because I need to wait for my feast and my smite. I mean, that last portion right there was kind of really, silly and dumb. So now we bring the lead back to us. We may not have the highest kills, but we definitely have the most objective goals so far. With that said, we should push the inhibitor. I sell my ward dropper and I buy myself the red ward. I mean the red scanner in order to, obviously clear the damn wards. I buy myself a whatever Nord Magic Mantle upgrade thing, whatever that thing is called. I don't know. I call it the Superman cape. I get it, so the bits of magic they have won't do anything to me, and I probably need like Spirit Visage or something. I think I bought a Banshee's Veil. So now we're getting for the inhibitor. Hell breaks loose, sort of. Rengar jumps in, nothing happens. Blitzcrank's Q misses. Like, we get the inhibitor. It's disorganized. Poppy's the one to initiate it, and she grabs Gragas. Rengar comes in, and I turn my attention to him to keep him away from my Sivir. I'm just trying to stab at anybody that can even touch the Sivir. Sivir, though, goes right after the kitty and murders him in cold blood. Or tries to, at least. Then Jax gets killed by a Rengar who managed to escape. We give chase. Kha'Zix comes back in. I bite his face off, and Sivir picks up the kill. Then we give chase to the Ezreal and the Rengar, but nothing's going to come of that. Thresh comes in and saves him, and of course Ezreal is going to have his little blink as soon as we get close. Blinks away, we get nothing, and Blitzcrank misses his Q. So that fight was ridiculously messy, and nothing was really accomplished. We're forced to back off now and just re-equip ourselves and junk. I go back with the intention now of building a Thornmail. I figure if I get a Thornmail, like, all the physical guys will probably die trying to murder me. Gragas goes in trying to get a kill, trying to find a way to get a kill. Right now we're just clearing wards. We're trying to find a place. I buy myself a pink ward for the next fight that breaks out because I'm tired of all this goddamn stealth. Blitzcrank manages to get Kha'Zix right now. He gets hit by a Q, he gets pulled in by Blitzcrank, and then we try to murder him. With that, Poppy decides to engage on us one more time, so I make sure to drop my pink ward to get us vision. All hell breaks loose because, and I don't even know what's going on. My Randuin's catches at least 3 people. Gragas gets killed, Jax kills Kha'Zix. Jax, I don't think he actually managed to kill somebody else. We stop Thresh, he gets killed, we go right after Ezreal. Poppy survives just by a little bit, and even though Jax was, got too close, the E and Q shoot backwards from Ezreal manages to kill him. So it was a 4 for 3, very hellish, but at least we got a tower here and an inhibitor, I believe so. Sivir is trying to get the kill on Ezreal instead of pushing, which he should help me push or get the damn inhibitor, but nonetheless, now we're forced to back off. Go home, buy myself a chain vest, I believe. Yeah, chain vest. And now Baron is soon to be up, so we're scattering everywhere looking for wards. Gragas gets killed by the Ezreal and his cohorts, so now we're at a disadvantage with Baron soon to spawn. Everybody pings to Baron, everybody starts warding it and getting closer. The enemy team cannot actually go for it because we can poke at them, we can disable them, whatever. So right now we're just waiting for Gragas to be alive. However, they have the opposite idea and they engage on us. The thing is, they engage in a narrow corridor which allows characters like Sivir and Cho Gath to excel. So Rengar gets obliterated. Sivir had a Guardian Angel, I believe. So Thresh dies. Rengar died, and now we chased him off. Ezreal's really fucking hurt, and Poppy's dead. Sivir catches Blitzcrank catches the Ezreal, murders him. Kha'Zix gets hit by Sivir's Q, and now is forced to back off and go home. So with that, we get ourselves an easy inhibitor, and we get a Nexus Tower. After that, we finally go back home, and I got my Thornmail, I believe. Yeah, Thornmail. Now the enemy team can barely do anything to me. I get hit by Poppy. Doesn't do shit. We scatter. We push these goddamn minions. The next fight isn't even the last fight. I believe we got Baron. Yes, we got Baron. We're pushing now. Let's see, where is it? I try to hit my Q on them. Blitzcrank goes in and misses. In comes the massive hellish crap that breaks out. Use my Randuin's Omen, I use my Q, I don't even know if I hit anybody. I start yelling at people, I bite whoever the hell I can. While I scream at somebody, I believe I bite Kha'Zix? I don't even know who I bite. Yeah, I bit Kha'Zix, hell breaks loose, Jax, thank God, has a Guardian Angel. Once he respawns, he breaks Kha'Zix's face in. Wait, no he doesn't. We kill Rengar, then, he broke his face in, I got the kill though. Then I give chase to the lowly cockroach that is Kha'Zix. I hit him with my Q, then I yell in his ear. And, oh yeah, that was the last fight. Finally, after that, the only survivors, Gragas and Cho Gath me, push the final goddamn Nexus Tower, and we to push the damn Nexus. This was the longest team battle I have ever commentated. And this was one of the most confusing games because we all did some good plays and then we all also sucked. We dragged this game longer than it needed to. And goddamn, 46-minute game. Thank God it's over. Hooray for Cho Gath. Ugh.